Wagwan gang, back in this thing. Happy New Year. We are here in the year 2026, the year of the horse. Told y'all I've been consistent. It's not just because y'all didn't see me on, YouTube consistently doing these formatted kind of videos. It wasn't that I wasn't consistent. I just wasn't consistent in this area. But back by popular demand, we bringing back the Tasmania show. This isn't a podcast. It's just a place for me to just come and pop my shit for real. So I want to start off by saying, fuck the streets. That's what they saying, man. Like, no, I'm not saying fuck the streets. I'm good in every hood. Make sure you get your Tazzy's Baddies hoodie, because if it is fuck the streets, make sure you're good in every hood. You dig? That's just a little product placement. We got chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Shout out to all the Tazzy's Baddies. Love all flavors. You dig? But we here because it's fuck the streets. It's been I feel like 2025 for real was the year of moving the goalposts. It's like I took the shot and I'm like, I missed. So let me just slide it back so I can hit. You know what I'm saying? It's been, and I think that honestly, the goal posting, I can take it as far back as 6ix9ine. I'm not gonna hold you. Like when 6ix9ine was at the height of what he was going through, Treyway, all the things that he was doing, he made very great music. When I say great music, I'm not talking about bars. So I don't want nobody to troll me on the internet because I don't want no smoke. But I mean, he's an entertainer, very entertaining. And when he went in and Shotty and everybody else, they were just talking about how, can't believe he did X, Y, and Z, but he kept saying he wasn't from the streets. And, he did prophesize that, watch it come back around. So what's interesting, I'm a huge Gunna fan. I ain't gonna hold you. When everything went down, I'm not a bandwagon type person. I'm gonna feel how I feel and I'm gonna speak the real. Like, I don't care. I'm not here for, to be liked. I like to get money. So if you don't like what I got going on, go somewhere else, but you can still like the video, but that's a whole nother story. But when Gunna was released from prison, and the whole thing went, I was like, they going real hard on him. But the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And when you look at how Gunna's rebranded, I personally feel like, I don't know if it's the goalpost that's moved or they've realized that, rebranding wise, it was never about the streets. Like, I saw something recently that 6ix9ine did, because he's about to go to prison. And it's interesting how he's tying himself back to the same narrative, because they canceled him. They did. And I'm not gonna lie, like 6ix9ine was canceled. And I'm not saying I'm team 6ix9ine over Gunna 21, none of that. But I'm like, fair is fair. And it's really weird because it's Ricos and Fricos and people getting locked up for different things, like Free Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of different things that are going on. But I'm like, we gonna say conveniently now that it's fuck the streets. And the way that I look at it is like, is it fuck the streets because you can't get no money in it? You know what I'm saying? Because Gunna's off on tour, and I'm not saying that this is 21 Savage directed to Gunna specifically. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it's all this street stuff. This is built on hip hop in the street. So if it's fuck the streets, what does that mean then? Are y'all never going to make street songs anymore? And I'm not siding, but when I saw this most recent interview that 6ix9ine had did with Vlad, I think he's going to prison today with the bull, some president. He about to be locked up for like 3 months. But one of the things that he said was like, so to make, it's something in Thug's tweet that I saw. Matter of fact, let me not speculate. Let me actually read the text message, because I don't want to speculate. Hold up. Already know. Let me see. 21 Savage. My bad, y'all. Thought I had this pulled up. So 21 Savage, fuck the streets tweet. That's what we gonna put. Fuck the streets tweet. All right. Oh, dang. Crazy work. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Where's the image at? Hold on, y'all. My bad. What's going on with my internet, y'all? Oh, my goodness. Okay. This is drawn. Like, why isn't my internet working? All right. Oh, yeah, here it go. It says, y'all niggas fixed that shit. Y'all love each other. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you out to hang. Fuck the streets. We ain't got shit but trauma from that. And what I think is interesting, right? 21 seems to have been the neutral person that everybody said that they got advice from, or he was like, don't beef with Kendrick, with Drake. Like, there's so many conversations, and even when everything got leaked, like, it's like, I don't know, Thugger's return from prison, it wasn't as much as about the music as Gunna's was. Gunna got in, back at it, smoking his hat. Like, he came back with that album, you know what I'm saying, and went straight to work, rebranded himself, and got in the gym. He didn't have any affiliation, so Gunna didn't need streets. He didn't anything but work. And I think the first record that we got from Thugger money on money with Future, and that was cool. But like his approach, you know, from Gunna, I'm just looking at things a little bit differently. Like, so when Gunna sold out the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, one of the captions he put sold out, no openers. Like, that's saying a lot. Like, you know, if you need a feature, just say that. Like, he's pulling up in Atlanta, and I think the very next week, Thugger performs at the arena, but he proposes to Mariah the Scientist. That was an interesting proposal. I'm just saying that I don't know if it's necessarily as much fuck the streets, because what if the narrative would have changed and, you know, Thugger would have came back and it would have been different? It's like, do you miss him? I don't know. I can't speculate, but it does give fuel to fire, because if they're going to let Gunna slide and he's not a street guy, and then 6ix9ine is back out now. Very interesting the way he popped up, and it's for a whole different reason, because although this episode is about fuck the streets, Aiden Ross, which I'm gonna do a whole nother episode about, so make sure y'all like, subscribe, and stay tuned for that one. Aiden Ross is in a beef with Doechii. She just dropped a really dope song with SZA called "Girl Get Up," and he's talking about her being an industry plant. And I don't know, like, I'm not just throwing things around there, but it's interesting, right? Like, you got Aiden Ross coming out, freedom of speech, and now he's saying that Doechii said something about him indirectly in the song. I don't know what the lyrics were, but if the shoe fits, wear it, you know. But now he's on the internet, you know. And again, this isn't the street part saying all this disrespectful stuff, but the reason the Doechii stuff became street is because Glasses Malone jumped in and he said, I'm gonna press every person around him. Now he's making threats on the internet. And people are saying that, look at Aiden Ross throwing rocks and hiding his hands. It's like, it's conveniently street for you when you want to be in the streets, but then you got to call whack 100. It's so many politics. But I heard, and I didn't even know this still existed, but apparently Clubhouse is still a thing. I think Whack 100 got on Clubhouse with Glasses Malone and was like, bro, like, I'm not gonna hold you, because not that I agree, it's nutty to just like throw rocks, but it's just like also too, like, I think Aiden said something like, I'll get you head tapped if you try something with me. I'll have my officers put you down. And it's like, bro, like, if you are actually calling out Crips and other people, let's be clear, on a responsible level, we don't need any more young bulls going to jail. You know what I'm saying? For going to, from an OG telling somebody, young nigga, to do something. Rest in peace, PNB Rock. I know that's random, but that's exactly what happened to my bro. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe's. You know what I'm saying? Sending a young nigga to do something. Either way, nobody should have been sent. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so you got all these street politics, and you have very, very street people in an industry that isn't a street. So you look at a situation like a Lil Durk, when they're saying that it's looking bad for him. I don't know what this trial is going to look like, but everyone is saying fuck the streets, but hip hop was built on the streets and everything. Whether it's, you know, like, you really got to slide for, like, whatever it is, it's like, look at all the divisiveness. And it's like, if we're going to say fuck the streets, like, what about it? Like what about it? Because now Aiden Ross, 6ix9ine, and I think his name is Bacon. I'm not sure. The name of the song is Bacon. They just made a diss song. And I think Aiden Ross said, you know, I'm a Jew, you know, I'm a Sue. And it's like they trolling it, you know. We are in the Iceman era. And I will say that what I do predict that I feel is about to happen next, I don't know. But it's like, I feel like in some kind of way, I don't think that this is coincidental. Doechii's a part of TDE. And TDE is Kendrick affiliated, even though he's PG Lang. But that whole Kendrick and Drake feud was a thing, right? So now we fast forward to the year of the Iceman, right? And so by Aiden, and I don't know, Aiden's cool with Drake, right? And Steak. But we hear a lot of things about Drake saying nigga, you know what I'm saying? Him being black, him being white. So I feel like when we look at what the argument is, it's like he said, I call the bitches dirty bitches. It's like, I feel like something is brewing. I don't know what it is. I ain't no conspiracy person or nothing like that. But I feel like this fuck the streets at the end of last year, after 21's album, you know, did what it did. I don't know how many units he sold, but even 6ix9ine was on the internet trolling about that. And it's like, yo, like, the money and the industry is very, very different. I don't know what that looks like for 2026. I know last year started off crazy. It was like planes crashing back to back to back. I think we had about to be a year Trump being in office. Like, it's so crazy. But like I said, I don't know. I'm good in every hood. So if it's fuck the streets, I'm still good in every hood. The hood I'm representing specifically is Todd Mill. Shout out Tazzy's Baddies. We got the chocolate hoodie and everything. You already know what's goody. But yeah, man, it's screaming fuck the streets out here. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say free Lil Durk. I've been hearing a lot of people saying you don't hear him saying, people saying that the slide with NBA young boy. I don't got no beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm an NBA Youngboy fan, but just how people code switch, what's convenient. You know, same people that might have been anti NBA Youngboy when Dirk was outside. It's just people are gonna do whatever's clever, whatever they need to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you like. I'm a little burnt out with just people and talking and facades and code switching. That's something that really is drawn to me. Like anytime I'm out, like I always tell people, I don't code switch, I tone switch. I might change my voice if I'm talking to a child. I might change my voice if I'm talking in a more professional setting, if I'm coaching, if I'm trying to bag a Tazzy baddie, whatever it is. But my code is not going to switch. And there's a lot of people that's code switching. And if you code switch in front of me and I see it, I'm going to have a hard time hanging with you because I'm like, damn, my nigga, you going to code switch? You know what I'm saying? That's like, not even on some street shit. It's just like in life. It's like people will pretend and I just can't. I can't compromise. I have too much integrity. I can't tuck my tail and move different or be performative. I've walked in places that you need to go talk to that person. Fuck that person. If I don't like their energy, I'm not talking to them, period. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but they saying it's fuck the streets. You know, I don't know. I love street music. Shout out to all the artists making really great street music. But nah, on a serious tip, it's just drama on the internet. But what I'm not jacking, regardless of fuck the streets, like I said, just respect. I think it boils down to respect. But if y'all do want to hear what I feel about as being a black female rapper, what's going on with Aiden Ross and Doechii and academics, it's every time I get on the internet, I'm like, you don't need no real drama in your personal life. You can just get on YouTube and find something to chat about. But anyways, what I do want y'all to make sure y'all do is make sure y'all chat in them comments. Make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe. Shout out to Tazzy's Baddies. Make sure y'all get y'all merch. You know, we got vanilla, we got strawberry, we got chocolate, we got all flavors because I love all baddies.
Tycoon running up the score, Tazzy's baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter fucker like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tycoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon, damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.